Paul, you had a chance to review Tuesday night. What's your thoughts now that you look back?
Um, well, my overriding thought is that feeling at the end when that goal nestles into the bottom corner and the celebrations that went with it, and that sort of, I don't know, what is it, outburst of emotion. That's my overriding thought. I thought there was, looking at the game, I thought there was, um, well, if I'm honest, looking at the game back on my computer, it was the same as I felt during it. I thought they killed us early on just by sheer pace. Um, I thought we were patient when we were out of possession, which I knew we would have to be. I thought we pressed in the right areas and had opportunities because of it. Um, I was disappointed with the goal. I think it's a good delivery. I've got to give them that. And I thought it was you're asking first contactors to go and be aggressive, and he was over at top of Finn back. I just felt as though we could have dealt with it a little bit better. Um, but I thought there was a lot of good things in the game. Probably not enough to deserve to win it, but in my opinion, certainly enough to get a point out of it.
Anything back from PGMOL on the decisions?
No, nothing at all. No. And to be honest with you, I'm not even asking for anything. I'm actually at a point now where I think it's a complete waste of space. I don't see why. I have to fill a ref report in, so I mark the referees on different sections, and it's a little bit unfortunate because I thought the guy looked fit. I don't think he worked hard enough to get into a good enough position to see the handball. I don't think he had any help from his assistant on the far side. I thought his communication through the game was good. All these things I have to mark him on. Overall, decision making wasn't horrendous, but it's major decisions. They're the ones, and there's video evidence. Everything I've looked at, and I think I've looked at 4 different angles now. The handball, it's handball. There's no debate in that one. There's one video which you may think the defender got the touch instead of Sean for the penalty, but there's 3 videos that show Sean got the first touch and then their defender collides with his foot. Is that conclusive? I don't really know. But I've just learned it ain't going to change, and it doesn't actually make me feel any better when I get an apology from PGMOL or from one of the refereeing coaches. We have to just take it on the chin, and we've got to get on with it. So I'm not asking for feedback from them. I've given the referee my mark, which isn't very favourable for him, but I've given him what I think he deserved for his major decisions.
Now, if the player is sent off, we know he's nowhere near the playing ball. I don't know how to describe it on a match day, but what happens with David? Are you allowed to do the warm-up, for example?
Well, at the moment, we're just going through all that information because he's been sent the charge today. We're actually trying to get the evidence because the officials' version of events, which incredibly all 3 of them are saying the exact same words. Whether that's what was said or whether that's a coincidence, I don't really know. But they don't tie up with what I'm being told from Dave and from people on our side as well. So I'm waiting to get some sort of conclusive evidence. I am not calling either side's liars, but there's a certain discrepancy between the 2 versions of events. I've looked at the videos. I don't see happening on the video which the officials are saying's happened. So again, I can't really say what's going to go on, but we'll put it together. We'll make a decision as what we think is the right way to go about it. As it stands at the moment, he will be involved in the game on Saturday at Bolton, and then after that game, then we'll know where exactly we stand in terms of when the information has to go into them, how quickly it gets turned around, what will happen if he's found guilty of it. It's a shame because it was. I do think that we have to be in control of our emotions because I was angry, I was disappointed, I felt as though we'd had a bit of an injustice against us. There's just a certain way you have to go about it, and unfortunately the referee thought that Dave stepped over the mark.
Let's change tack. The injury situation. JJ's up. Has that gone well?
Yeah, the op has. Yeah, he's doing his early stage at Rotherham. We're going to just wait and see over the next few weeks. He can't do anything yet. I mean, if we can get him back up here to start doing the non-contact football, then we will. But we're in the hands of Rotherham on that one. So we don't know at the moment where that is, but all the signs are that it's gone really well, and he's comfortable with it, and he's starting to to be able to get some slow build up back into his return to play.
Dylan, Ben, Taylor, any change in their status?
Ben's training really well. Ben comes into my thinking for the weekend, but if not Saturday, certainly for Tuesday against Forest. Dylan is progressing okay. He's done a run on the treadmill today, and we're hoping if he has no reaction to that, he'll come out on the grass tomorrow and do some running. Taylor Charters has done some good strength work at the moment. We're hoping to go to the next stage of it over the next couple of days, but they are, Dylan's end of October, Taylor's end of November, JJ's end of December, so there's not a lot you can do about it, and we've just got to hope that they get a proper recovery.
Everybody else recovered after what was another gruelling couple of days?
Yeah, everybody's fit to train, so no. There's a few little niggly things that we're just assessing and trying to see what's going on with them, but I'm not expecting any issues going into the weekend anyway.
Those who are available, that change of formation and the shape, and within it as well, different players doing different things, has that given you food for thought?
Well, it was a system that I wanted to play for that particular game. There's no, I'm not saying that's the system to go forward. I thought everybody who was involved in particularly in the starting 11, I thought they went about it really well. Obviously some of the changes were made to freshen it up and went into the same shape, and then when we're a goal down we change it and just go a little bit gung-ho to try and get ourselves back in it, and it worked. I was pleased with the shape. But when we changed to 4-3-3 just recently as well, I was also pleased with it. But I didn't have it in my mind that was my long-term solution for us. It will be game to game, and this weekend's different. Different sort of challenge. Hopefully we're able to put a group together that can rise to that challenge.
That keeper situation, that must be one that you've got plenty to think about.
Yeah, of course it does, because I thought Thomas came in and did really well. So we need to have competition. In my opinion, we don't have competition enough in our group, and we need more. We need more competition. It's not a case of these ones are not good enough, but we need strong competition in every area of the pitch. And thankfully, in the goalkeeping department, we've got 3 lads there who are all wanting to play.
You said it on Tuesday. You've said it a few times. You want to be testing the goalkeeper. Gibbo's shown if you go for it, sometimes it comes off.
Well, if you don't shoot, and you're not going to get a chance, and I think the big thing that we need to improve on over the whole of this season is our quality in the final third. We haven't done enough. Tuesday, we've got so many times where we got entries into the final third and we didn't produce the quality, whether that be getting a shot off, whether it be getting the right cross, whatever it might be. I just don't think we worked the goalkeeper enough. That said, for the pressure that we were under, particularly in the first half, Thomas, I think, only had to make 2 saves. So it's not that our goal's getting peppered. We're certainly not peppering the opposition goal. So we want to improve that. We want to keep the quality of our defending at one end and try and improve at the other end in our forward play.
Bolton third. I'm just doubting myself there. I hope the third. I think the third. Doing well. It's going to be a tough one on Saturday.
Yeah, well, I'm with you. I don't actually know if the third or not. Really, I'm not really bothered about the league table. I'm bothered about where we are. I don't like the position that we're in, but we're there because that's what we've done so far this season. We know this is going to be a tough game, just like Peterborough was. Bolton are a good side. Bolton are a side that will fully expect to be up in those top places, and if they're not third now, they will expect to be third, at least third, come the end of the season. They've got a strong group. They've scored a lot of goals this season. 3 again the other night, and it's a challenge for us, but these are the games you want to be involved in. We're looking at probably a 20,000 plus crowd, great stadium to go to, unbelievable away support following us, and we've got to go and rise to the occasion.
Deon Charles, one of the form strikers in the division at the minute. Do you plan differently when you've got somebody in that vein of form?
The plan for Deon Charles is the same as Johnson Clark, is to not let him score. That's what we've got to do. We've got to make sure we nullify the threat, whatever shape we play. We have to make sure that they don't get opportunities, but they've got other players. They've got good players in the side. I like both the wing backs. They've got midfield players who've got an attacking threat. They're clever at set plays. They got a penalty the other night from a clever set play, and Stevenage defenders committed to a foul. So we know it's going to be tough, but we're going there full of belief. We've got to try and take the the feeling that we had in the 95th minute against Peterborough on Tuesday night, the positivity that brought to us. And I've got to say, the players have been in today, and there's a real positive feeling about it today. There's a little bit of a buzz that you get, and certainly you get when you had a 95th minute equaliser, because that feels a bit like a win. And we've got to take it into the game on Saturday and show a really good side of ourselves.
Jack Iredale, Gethin Jones, you've just alluded to them, and Kyle Dempsey as well, like Carlisle players. Do they want to do better, do you think, or is it just another game for them?
I can't really answer. Gethin Jones won't be able to do anything because he's suspended Saturday, so he's out of the equation. But they'll want to do well. They'll want to make sure they cement their place up at the top of the table. This will be a game that they'll be coming into thinking it's 3 points for them, because Carlisle are near the bottom and they're near the top. Football doesn't work like that. If we go about it properly, then we can do enough to cause them problems and hopefully get something out of the game.
Massive crowd. I think it's going to go up towards 5,000 for ours. That's not bad, is it?
It's incredible. Yeah, they've been superb. I mean, I was so pleased when I heard the announcement of over 6,000 on Tuesday night. It'd been a horrible afternoon, really tough day that would have probably put people off, but we had them coming out in the numbers. Brilliant to get that many going down to Bolton. I know it's probably a few years since our fans have been there. We have to make sure that we do everything we can so that at the end of the game, when we go over and thank them, that they're still celebrating.
It was behind closed doors last time we were there, so it is great for some of these fans, and there's already meeting places all around the Greater Manchester area. It's going to be a good day.
Well, we have to make it a good day. It's only a good day in my mind if we get the performance and get the result right. It'd be brilliant to see them. I'm absolutely certain they'll be making a hell of a lot of noise and making sure everybody at Bolton knows they're there. I hope they all have a good day. I hope they all have a peaceful day, and we all come away with something back from the game.
And what would it mean to that group of yours there to build on what they've done on Tuesday night?
Well, it would mean 3 points if we go and build on it fully, and that's the most important thing. I don't like the way we are in the league table at the moment. I'm not massively satisfied with what. Firstly with what I'm doing, because the results are a reflection of me, and I want it to improve. So hopefully this weekend will be the start of it improving.
Paul, thank you.